Hello and welcome to Machete Method Institute's YouTube channel. My name is Derrick Strand, the founder of the Institute, and today I want to talk about something that is critical to both individual, team, and organizational success, and that's understanding behavioral styles. So it's all about awareness of self, awareness of team, and awareness of how your organization works so that we can work better together, communicate more effectively, and have better team dynamics which lead to high performance. So the tool I like to use with regard to determining behavioral styles is DISC. Now DISC was created in the 20s by a gentleman named William Marston, a psychologist back in that day, and it's been proven over time to be an effective tool to identify styles and then also figure out how we work together better based on those styles. And so what I want to do is just quickly run through the 4 styles that are in DISC and talk about some of the challenges of all the styles and the strengths of them and how we need to work better together as we understand these styles. So the first thing I want to do is talk about the axes here. So we got task focused versus people focused. And then from left to right, we've got deliberate, risk averse, and on the right side, fast paced and like risk. So the first style in DISC is driver or dominant. Some people say dominant. I like the term driver. These types of styles of people, the behavior styles, are ones that are results oriented. They like to be in charge. They like to make decisions. They like to drive to results. Very competitive, results oriented, very demanding. Also don't have any problem with conflict and sharing their opinions. Sometimes can be viewed as abrasive. And also are the worst listeners of the 4 styles because they're so focused on driving to results that they sometimes don't pay attention to the other dynamics that are going on. Another way said is that Ds, when they drive to results, sometimes can also leave a trail of bodies in their wake because they estimate or underestimate or don't even think about the people components of the decisions or the things that they're saying. So if you want something done, give it to D. If you want the people component with regard to it and culture and other things like that around organizational culture, D's challenge with that as well as listening. As far as the next style here is we have I's, still fast-paced like risk, but they're people-focused. So they get their energy from being around others. They're very collaborative. They like to work together in teams and be around others. Never put an I down in the basement cube away from everyone. They will go nuts. They have to interact. They see things as glass half full, not empty, very positive, sometimes to a fault, thinking they can get more done than they actually can. Some of the challenges with I's is that they're so big picture sometimes that they lose sight of the detail. And another way they lose track of time is that they're easily distracted, as I like to say, by shiny objects, meaning that they can be distracted. They have so many things going on in their head that they lose focus and can wander from a variety of things and have things half done as opposed to anything completed. So that's some of the challenges there with I's, but very positive, upbeat, big picture, influential. That's that style there. The next style here is S, which is supporters. So still people focused, but now slower paced, deliberate, risk averse. Whereas I's can become best friends with somebody on an elevator ride, S's are more of one-on-one intimate relationships. They like peace, they like harmony, they like working together behind the scenes. They don't need all of the attention. They just need to know that they're doing a good job. Now, some of the challenges with S's is that 1, they despise conflict, and 2, they have a hard time saying no. And those go hand in hand. So if you think about that, if you hate conflict, you probably have a challenge saying no to people, because if you said no, that would encourage there to be some sort of conflict or discussion that may be challenging for the S to handle. So they may say yes to everything and then go, oh, how am I going to get that done? So that's some of the challenges. And the other one with regard to that is the deliberate slower pace is that S's tend to struggle with change, organizational change, changes in strategy, changes in vision, more so than the 3 other styles because they like pace and consistency in their work environment. And the last style here in DISC is C, which is calculator. So we're back up to task focused, but risk averse and deliberate. Now this is deliberate from the actual side of analysis and detail. So C's love spreadsheets, they love data, they love analysis. They never can have enough data or do enough analysis. So if you want something done very comprehensively, where every risk is analyzed, every situation is reviewed, give it to a C. If you want it done on time, that may be a different issue because they never have it perfect. They tend to be perfectionists with regard to what they do. They're the most cynical of the styles as well. So if you have an idea or a problem that you want somebody to shoot holes in, give it to a C. They will do that for you. But if, again, positive is comprehensive review, detailed analysis, high quality type work. but can be delayed with analysis paralysis and also a little too much negativity. So those are the 4 styles with regard to DISC. And the interesting thing is on this side, the D's and I's, we've got more of your extroverts. This is more of your introverts with regard to that. You can see this is more task-driven. These are more people-driven. So we have very different styles from a behavioral standpoint. The interesting thing from team dynamics is understanding where everyone in your team resides, but the most important thing is to say that there's not one right or wrong style. They're all unique and they're all special in their own way. They all have their own strengths and weaknesses. So it's not about being right or wrong, it's about being different and respecting the differences of the styles and understanding the strengths with regard to them and how do you capitalize on them. So the ones that are on the diagonal are actually the ones that probably have the hardest time getting along because they're totally different in the way they view at things. However, if you have shared goals, shared objectives, and you're working towards the same thing, those people are on the diagonal are exactly who you need on your team because they bring to the table the things that you don't. So you need to embrace those differences because they complement you, and then you can go forward as a team and achieve amazing things because you have all those different perspectives and styles involved. There's a lot more to this, but this is just a brief introduction to DISC and behavioral styles. And behavioral styles are wonderful to use because behaviors are things that you can see and observe, and behaviors are things that you can change. And that's powerful when we talk about team dynamics and interaction and effective communication. So if you have any questions or thoughts with regard to this, please comment below. Please like and share this with others who would be interested. And if you do have any more questions or interest in talking about DISC and using it with your teams, please let me know at the email address below. Thanks and have a great day.